Okay, I got our 2022 back in the shop. We've tested it a few times, had some runs on it. I hadn't had chance to actually do anything to it except put the exhaust on it, and we lowered the front end. But there's already some changes that I'm gonna have to make. We're going to leave the swing arm stock. We're not going to change that. Not going to make any clutch modifications to it. Janie's been riding this one. Actually, we got the other one the other day, and then I also got one for a buddy of mine. So they came in to the other day. Long story short, one of them's either fell over or it had some damage when they opened up the crate. So once again, that's going to delay a little bit on getting the other one. So long story short, we're going to leave I told Janie if she's got to run at least a 930 on the bike before I'm changing the swing arm, because I look at it as these bikes got that potential. Stock wheelbase. That means you get down 930s, 920s, running one of these stock wheelbase. That means you riding that thing. That means the rider is, as far as in my book, that means the rider's riding this thing. So long story short, there was a couple of things that was confusing that I want to clear up, because I had a couple of people ask some questions. So long story short, hopefully I can solve that problem, and especially about the exhaust system. The exhaust system on this bike is actually a first gen exhaust system, okay? The first gen exhaust system will fit on this 2022. No problem. It'll fit on, it'll match up. As you can see, it's on this bike, okay? This is a first gen exhaust system. Now, the only thing that a person needs to do, common sense, if you have O2 sensors on a motorcycle and the exhaust system fits the motorcycle, but the exhaust system doesn't have O2 sensors on it, common sense thing to me would be just to tap and weld O2 sensor bongs into the exhaust system. So I'm going to show you, that's exactly what I've done to this exhaust system. I have no codes. I have no FI lights. The bike is not running funny. We haven't done anything to it but put the exhaust system on it, and I lowered the front end, and I'm going to make some changes actually to that today, because we are having problems with the front end being lowered, and I'm actually going to go through that also. But let me clear up this exhaust system thing. Okay, so once again, I'm going to say this is a first gen exhaust system on a third gen motorcycle. Fits perfectly up to the bike. No problem. Bolts right up. Nothing changed. Bolts right up. Now, only difference is you have to have bong placement for your O2 sensors. You have to weld them in. It's as simple as that, okay? So I'm going to show you on this particular motorcycle exactly what I done to get this system to work. But first, I'm going to show two exhaust systems. This first system, anybody that works on Hayabusas already can just see by looking at the system. This is a second gen system, but actually it's a first gen pipe. How did I turn it into a second gen system? I simply welded in a bong for the O2 sensor. That's a first gen exhaust system. I just simply welded in one bong for the O2 sensor. Now, this exhaust system will fit perfectly on a '08. If I wanted to use this same system now on a 3rd gen Hayabusa, and I'll show you, this is the 3rd gen. This is the exhaust system that is off the motorcycle that I have on the rack. If you would notice on this 3rd gen exhaust, there's two O2 sensor ports. Here's one on the I would just consider the left bank of the exhaust system. Here's number 2. It's on the right bank. It's on the right side, the right bank of the exhaust system. So, by looking at that, I simply took the 1st gen exhaust, and since I noticed that the O2 sensor, one was on the left bank and one was on the right bank, I took a Gen 1 exhaust system, welded, tapped in O2 sensor bongs on the pipe. Simple as that. It's just common sense. So I'll show you up under my 3rd gen. Get down up under here. And if you look right there, where the Y is in this 1st gen, and like I said, this is a 1st gen exhaust system, where the Y is, here's your oil pan. Where the Y is in the system, the Y. This would be the left bank. This would be my right bank. See where I welded and tapped my O2 sensor? There's the left bank O2 sensor. There's the right bank O2 sensor. Simple as that. Weld and tap in O2 sensors. My bike has no codes, no problems, nothing. Janie's done put probably 15 passes on this thing. Runs flawless. So, long story short, that I hope will settle some of the issues of people saying, hey, there's no this, there's no that. Simply, if you can't weld or you don't understand this, take this video and take your exhaust system down to a welder shop and say, hey, I need 2 O2 sensor bongs placed in the exhaust system, and show them exactly what I just did, and they'll understand it, and they'll put your bongs in. And you won't have FI lights. Your bike won't be throwing codes. It won't be, it's common sense. Okay, the next thing. For Janie, I had to lower this bike. It was really, she just didn't like it at first because it was it just didn't seem right, okay? I done a video of when we put the triple tree. Yes, you can put these triple trees on. This is a triple tree from a 1st gen motorcycle. Now, it's not as easy as taking the bolts out and putting the triple tree on and replacing it in behind the reservoir, especially on this brake side. In behind that reservoir, the difference is the reservoir is a little bit different. There's a little notch there. Long story short, I also got a machine shop. I took it down there. We done a little bit of machining and this and done some clearance work, and voila, got it to fit. If you can't do this yourself, then take it to a friend or somebody that's got just a little bit of, and I'm not talking about, you don't need an elaborate CNC machine like we got or anything like that. Just take it to your friend, and they'll know how to do it. But hopefully that solves some confusion. Now, the other thing, you see, I lowered the tubes through on her bike, and this is actually 1.5 inches. Well, Janie's been having problems as far as she's concerned. Her input to me is that when she's turning off of the track, the handlebars have so much resistance being strapped down with the lowering strap. So I then rode the bike, which I've only made one pass on it. Not a very good pass. I think I went a 986 or something like that. That was the first time me sitting on the bike and me taking it down the track, and that's been the only time that I've sat on the bike and taking it down the track. I'm hopefully that she's gonna spend some money on this. When you get up to spending over 20 grand on motorcycles, and you end up with that type of money in each one of them, I've got to get her riding this thing, and so hopefully she'll get everything buckled down and get a handle on it. But back to this problem. When we strapped the thing down for her, she didn't like the way it steered and handled. And I didn't know how bad it was until I got the bike up in the air today. And watch what I'll do with the steering wheel. And it'll snap back on its own. And that is because of that tie-down strap that's on the bike. So now I know what she's talking about. She said, hey, when she's having trouble trying to steer the thing off the track, and that's because there's so much force in that with that strap that when you take the steering, that strap is being tied down with that tie-down strap is kicking the thing back to the front. So I immediately just decided that, you know what? I'm getting rid of this tie-down strap stuff because, honestly, my own personal opinion is, well, I'll just say for me, we didn't use them anyway, and I had just put it on so we could take it out and get the bike tested. Well, now I know why I don't use them, because this was something that we had experienced before. And kind of forgot about it. But the main thing that I experienced with this tie-down strap is this. I don't like this at all. If you look down under it, and as you can see, I masked off the names of it. I don't want people to say, oh, I'm down in somebody's product. But this is the way the tie-down strap is hooked. It's hooked into that brake. Bolted to the top of the brake caliper. Here's the tie-down strap bolted in. Well, the pull, the ratchet, see that ratchet thing? It's the same ratchet that's on your cheaper or any tie-down ratchet for, like, if you're going to tie-down ratchet your motorcycle, tied to a trailer. It's the same ratchet system. Well, you can see what that ratchet's been doing if you, let me get in there. See right there? See where that ratchet has been hitting, and it's kind of banging up my radiator back there already. And I'm taking this thing off today. It is coming off today. So, long story short, that's one of the reasons why I don't use tie downs. And me, I'm just, I'm not making any money doing this. I don't care. I'm not trying to make any money. I'm good. That's the word of the part. I'm good. So long story short, to get rid of that tie down stuff and change to what I need to do, I'm gonna show you a product, that I got for lowering the bike. They're called slammers from Trax. You can order these. They can set them up. I got these set up to be a 3-inch drop for Busa. Okay, they're called slammers. Just look them up. And once again, I don't endorse products. I don't know anything about Track. I've used their products before. Matter of fact, I got their forks or these slammers in some other bikes. So I like them. And I don't work for them. Let me reiterate a few times. I don't know anyone there. I don't work for them. They don't work for me. They don't pay me anything. This is just a product that I use, and I'm happy with the results. And that's what I'm getting ready to change to on my 2022. Because when Janie says she doesn't like the way something works, I listen to that, and I'll make sure that she's comfortable and happy riding her motorcycle. And if you look at her credentials, the races that she's done won riding a street bike now, I'm saying a hand clutch street bike, those credentials speaks for itself. So once again, let me reiterate again. I don't work for them. I just use their products, and it's called Slammers. I'm taking this fork lowering strap thing off of here, and I'll have Slammers on by this evening. So, long story short, hopefully that will solve some of the exhaust issues that people are talking about. And for me personally, for Janie personally, these here are going to solve her front end issues that she don't like. Other than that, the bike has been a great bike. I can't say enough about it. You know how you get a new product and it's got to grow on you? Well, within 10 minutes, this has grown on me, and it's a nice deal. So a long story short, I got to get to work. But hopefully on that exhaust system issue that people are having, I hope that this solves some of the problems. And once again, even with HMF, let me get back over there. That's just a exhaust system that I like. I don't work for them. They don't work for me. They don't pay me anything. I don't do any advertising for them. Nothing. That's just an exhaust that I like. And this is one of the exhausts that I use. So I wanted to get that out there because I'm not advertising, I'm not giving or taking from any manufacturer about their product being good, bad, or whatever. All that stuff is nonsense to me. Only thing I can tell you is I got HMF on one bike, and on the other bike, I like on there. I bought it because of the color was matching up with the bike. So ain't that something? It wasn't the exhaust system that it was great or it was better than the other one. I like the color on that exhaust system, and the red matched my red shot, and the name matched up almost with my paint job. So I matched it up. It ain't that this exhaust system was better than another one. I don't know. But a long story short, that's it. Bye-bye.